go. Hello, you join us from inside the paddock. Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you're watching from. My name's Matt Dunn and this is well and truly Inside the Paddock. I'm going to call it Inside the Paddock Factor 50 because that's the level of sunscreen I need on with this searing heat that we have here in Barcelona. We're out here outside the With You Yamaha hospitality because we've got a couple of guests lined up for today's show. Darryn Binder, MotoGP rookie, is actually over there. He's going to come join us for a very quick chat after his session finished. Darryn, how's it going, buddy?
All good, thanks, and you?
Yeah, I'm very well. I'm quite jealous of your sunnies. They're quite fashionable. They look a little bit like Casey Neistat, the YouTuber, and things like that. Very nice. Darryn, you were obviously just outside the top 20 in MotoGP, but how close was that out there this morning?
Yeah, it was good. I managed to make a nice step at the beginning of FP3 this morning. Unfortunately, I didn't back it up at the end. You know, I was missing those couple tenths I was looking for on the soft, but overall, it's so close. Jeez. Couple tenths will put you right up the sheet, but yeah, you know, I'm really happy with how it went, and let's see what I can do in the quali.
Obviously here in Barcelona you have so many good memories, don't you? Obviously you win here a few years ago. I love taking a photo of you back then in Parc Ferme. Brad was there and you're just doing the thumbs up to him. What's the difference here on the MotoGP bike compared to the Moto3?
Yeah, no, there's plenty of differences. It's much faster to start with, but obviously more physical. The grip levels are really low on the MotoGP bike, so it's spinning so much around here. So yeah, just trying to figure out how to put everything together and get the best out of the package has been quite a challenge. And also the tire life here, it seems to be quite the thing, you know, the tires dropping. So yeah, going to be a long race for sure.
A few less ponies going through that rear wheel on the Moto3 bike. How much shorter is the straight now when you're in a MotoGP bike? It must feel like half the length.
Yeah, you know, this track, it was one of my worst straights in Moto3. I remember leading onto the straight last year with one lap to go and going into the first corner 12th, and now I go down it on the MotoGP bike and it's not even a straight. I don't even have time to look at my pit board, you know, so yeah, it's crazy. There's such a difference from Moto3 to MotoGP, but step by step I'm starting to figure it out.
Rock and roll, dude. Thanks so much for speaking to us. Have you had lunch or are you going?
I've had my lunch,
yeah.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
What'd you have?
Chicken, rice and veggies.
So you guys are so boring, aren't you? With it? No spices, just chicken, rice and veggies. Stuff that. See you, Darryn. Bry later on if you get a good result, eh? So that was Darryn Binder. We're going to walk now. We're going to see another special guest we've lined up. We've actually got a proper celebrity here in the paddock here today on Saturday. It's only Saturday. Normally celebrities turn up on Sunday. They have their coffees, beers, whatever, nice dinners in these beautiful hospitality units. They get bigger and bigger every year, I swear. But today we've got a real celebrity. So we're going to walk towards it because some of you might know, if you follow MotoGP and you're part of the MotoGP community on Instagram and Twitter, normally when Jack Miller does, well, anything, there's someone who pops up on your timeline with an incredibly fast meme, and normally it's just absolutely floors everybody. It's great. So actual Dios Milleros, you know that name? There might be there's a YouTube video about when we first got to meet Jack a few years ago on the MotoGP channel, where he's here this weekend. He's got a brand new t-shirt with him. I'm going to see if I can actually see him over there. I think he is over there somewhere. I hope so anyways, because I did ask him to be there and to come and chat to us. But I can see him now. So Sergio from Dios Milleros, he is the guy behind the account. He came here this weekend to meet Jack, and I think if he's not already met him, we're going to go and take him to see Jack on this here inside the paddock. We haven't got too much long left, about 5 minutes or so stay with us. There he is then. Sergio, come and say hello. How is it, mate? Good to see you. How are you? Fine. So this is the man, the myth, the legend, Dios Milleros, Viva Miller, the man behind the movement, because that's what it is. It's a movement now, isn't it? It's not just a hashtag, it's a movement.
It was something that started with me like saying Viva Miller for a 16th place or something, and later on, if we look nowadays, all the paddock is saying like Viva Miller for a 4th place, 3rd place, and it's like wow, crazy.
Jack's even saying it in Parc Ferme and screaming it and things like that, going back to his team.
Yeah, to watch Jack saying Viva Miller when he gets to the garage, he's in the podium, it's amazing. I didn't believe that when I started the page, so it's amazing.
So just give us a very quick brief overview. Why Jack? Why did you start that? Were you always a fan of him?
Yeah, I found it very interesting and very funny when he was in Moto3, and then when he jumped and skipped Moto2, I think he received too much hate, I think, in my opinion. And I don't know, I thought, man, this guy is so funny, he doesn't deserve all that hate. He needs to be like a legend, like a god, and this is what what caused the beginning.
And obviously you did meet him back in 2019 and stuff like that. How was that meeting the big man for the first time?
I mean, you saw it in the video you recorded. I was like shocked. I couldn't even move because I was like, wow, amazing. It was awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, Jack's one of the good guys, isn't it? And it's great to see you here as well. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Just wait there because if Jack is inside, I'd love to actually take you to go and see him as well. Although I think actually you got a photo already. You've been to see him already today?
Yeah.
Can we see a photo?
Yeah, sure thing, man.
Yeah, dude, let's have a look, shall we? Because you've also got a brand new shirt with you this weekend, right? For Jack. So there you are. Shirt to the camera there. There we go. So there's Sergio meeting Jack, and a Miller Taxis special edition T-shirt as well, eh? That is pretty awesome. So I think Jack's probably already gone to lunch or something, have he? So we're going to leave you to it, and we're going to carry on. So have a great rest of the day. And yes, that's Dios Miller, everybody. We can't do proper plugs, but hey, go give him a cheeky follow. That's from me, not an official, you know. Just go and give him a follow. He's a great guy. So just going to show you some of the sights and sounds of the paddock here just before we head off. And we get ready for qualifying. That there is Nicolo Antonelli. He's just been out in Moto 2. Up next, of course, is qualifying. A little preview for that, by the way. Moto 2 today was insane. I've just finished commentating it for the MotoGP World feed. Your local broadcasters, you might see it, I'm not sure. But 2 seconds covered the entire grid on the times. If you were like 0.4 of a second, which is quicker than a blink of an eye pretty much, you were outside of the top 14. You have to go through the first qualifying session. Just ridiculous. It really is. It's almost unfair how competitive the game is these days. So let's take a quick little look down here and I'll show you what we've got. So these are all the MotoGP team trucks just finishing. You guys would take a look whilst I was chatting to Sergio there. We got the riders' big boards now. These are brand new for this weekend, I think. So yeah, a bit more budget in the events department, a bit more offline promotion. Things we like to see. We're doing everything on digital now, aren't we? But then we get to the Moto 2 and Moto 3 ends of the grid. And we can see some of the other guys coming along. I can see a rider coming along just here who I'm wondering if he's going to stop and say hello to me. No, he's gone into a garage already. So this is the Moto 2 and Moto 3 end of the grid. Obviously, when you got MotoGP there, you got Michelin, where all the that's their sort of hospitality and offices, where everything gets organised in there. If you turn around, we can go and take a very quick look before I sign off and let you guys go and have some lunch, dinner, wherever you're looking for. The Dunlop tent over here, they're readying the tyres for the qualifying sessions in Moto 3 and Moto 2 coming up next. Of course, that is, when is Moto 3? About 25 minutes time. So their qualifying session getting underway then. Then, of course, it's MotoGP, and then we have Moto 2. Back there, that was just very helpfully Alex Hoffman from German TV, former MotoGP rider, interrupting it. Cheers, Hoff. Thanks very much. He gets to ride a KTM, one of their 800cc, like, one-off superbike type machines around every single circuit. What an absolute legend. What a gig that is. I'd love to do that, although I'll probably throw it at the scenery. We're going to stop around about here just before the sign-off, because just as the last session we had Joe Roberts, the American, leading the way out of the Moto 2 session. He topped that session by 1,000th of a second. 0.001 of a second was how much he was quickest by. The guy in second place, obviously 1,000th of a second behind. Moto 3 world champion Pedro Costa was 3,000ths of a second behind. Just ridiculous. So, I mean, it's as tight as you like. It's Catalonia, everybody. It's Barcelona. We're a stone's throw away from the city. And I think that's pretty much time for us to wrap up, isn't it? It's been 10 minutes, so this is inside the paddock. Everybody's getting ready for qualifying. They're all having a bit of lunch, some boring chicken and rice. I wonder if... John, can you come here for a split second before we sign off? How are you? John Hopkins, everybody, MotoGP legend and American Racing Team rider coach. A little preview for qualifying of everybody. It's going to get really hot here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things here in Barcelona. Grip changes massively between morning to afternoon. So, you know, some of the guys that are fast this morning might struggle a little more this afternoon, which obviously makes it more exciting. But it's gonna be close, man. The times are close. You know, Cameron, our guy's only a second off, and he's down in 20th. So, you know, it's close, but it's gonna be exciting. You know, Joe's right up there at the top, riding really well. He's always struggled here in the past, but he's going really strong this weekend. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I think Moto2 is not really fair sometimes that close, is it? But hey, also Sean Kelly, you're the rider, inside that 2-second barrier now. He had a good session.
Yeah, definitely. It was good to see him start making that improvement. You know, he's made massive steps over these last 2 to 3 rounds, and I think those steps are just going to continually increase now that he's starting to get the right riding style. You know, he has have the self-confidence, and I think he'll be there mixing it up.
Awesome. Thanks, John. Get your Factor 50 on because it's hot out there. My goodness me. So, well, that's it then. That's Moto2. John's busy with autographs and photos now. Selfie time. He can barely move throughout the paddock without people stopping him. So that'll be it from us here inside the paddock. Qualifying time up next. You don't want to miss it. I'm going to go and have some lunch and actually cool off. I feel this shows just been a progressiveness of my shirt changing colour due to the sweat. Grim, awful stuff. But hey, join us next time from inside the paddock, Factor 50, and we'll see you soon.